3 musicians that disliked Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley is generally considered the king of rock and roll. The title was earned through his many timeless hits and trailblazing efforts. However, not everyone buys into the legend that was Presley. 1. John Lennon. Presley once told President Nixon that he thought the Beatles represented an anti-American point of view, and as such, were a bad influence on the country. As it turns out, the dislike was mutual for John Lennon. Though Lennon cited Presley as an inspiration early on in his career, he met his hero and quickly discovered he did not fit the image he had created for him. For John, it was a very disillusioning moment because he loved Elvis's records, so to discover he was a right-wing Southern bigot was a big shock, radio DJ Bob Harris once explained. Lennon also threw a few crosswords at Presley himself. "Well, I've got all his early records and I keep playing them," Lennon once said. "Somebody said today he sounds like Bing Crosby now, and he does. I don't like him anymore." 2. Johnny Rotten. Though you can plot both Presley and Rotten on a timeline of rock and roll's many fluctuations, the Sex Pistols frontman once explained that he was never overly fond of rock and roll anyway, and that Presley was rubbish. "Elvis is absolutely irrelevant," Rotten once said. "He was something my parents liked, so I naturally dismissed him. I've never been overly fond of rock and roll anyway." 3. Dolly Parton. Parton famously denied Presley the right to record I Will Always Love You. Presley wanted half of the publishing rights on the cover. That keyed Parton into the notion that she and the king were not so aligned. She once went on record citing him as an emblem for the exact kind of artist she didn't want to be. "I don't want to be a star if I have no life," she once explained. "I'm not willing to be like Elvis, who had no personal life. If I want to go out to a movie, I just go out to a movie. If I want to go out to supper, I go out to supper, because I happen to feel that I have no reason to be afraid of the people." Check the link in the description for more, and as always, like and subscribe for everything American Songwriter.